Tuesday. Habari Gani. Nia. Happy Tuesday, happy Kwanzaa, happy Nia. As always, this is Ayansa J Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you the music, the mystics, and the mojo on Radio for the Cosmos 222.9 The Mothership. And it's Tuesday, December 30th, 2025, and the day is vibing on a 6. So you got Ogun opening the roads for this Kwanzaa Day of Purpose, and Shango lighting that fire from within or underneath. Stick it where it resonates. It is the second Tuesday of winter solstice and the second of Capricorn season. And tonight, the moon is waning in the second house of Taurus, which is still increasing those material values. And abundance and being aligned with purpose tend to go hand in hand. So make sure you are open to receive that. If you have been listening to the mothership all day today, then you started out at 12 o'clock a.m. with some heart chakra sleep in alignment meditation, going all the way up until your cosmic weather forecast at 6 a.m. Then we had the rising Bimbe to Ogun before we got to the smooth groove fathers of song, and now we're about to kick off the Nia Purpose Jam countdown. But here's what you get each and every Tuesday that you tune in to rotation 2 of the Mothership's 7 orbit. Green vegetations, plant magic, Ibasheo Gun, Ibasheo Nile, Ibasheo Chosi, heart chakra, jazz, voices of the fathers, Mars. Welcome to Tuesdays on the Mothership, 222.9. Beam up. And we are back. So, on this Kwanzaa Day of Nia Purpose, I'm going to share a quick excerpt with you from my book, Kwanzaa in Orbit, Kwanzaa Beamed Up, and it is a guide through the Nguzo Saba ceremonies using astrology, numerology, candle and color vibrations, herbal elixirs, Bible scriptures, healing stones, meditation on the Orishas, original poetry, and commentaries. And this is a book that you can actually use for self work and self help year round. I wrote it like that. And so today I'm going to share with you a quick excerpt from the chapter of Nia. Nia, purpose. To make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. In these times of spiritual awakening, many of our people find themselves asking of their divine purpose. The query of divine purpose is a question that answers itself over and over again the deeper you align. Once the path is discovered, then collective purpose becomes more clear. It gives an essence to the popular saying, birds of a feather flock together. Aligning your cultural purpose is a higher octave of your individual purpose, so fly with a flock of blackbirds that fly high. The Kwanzaa principle of Nia speaks greatly with doing things with the intention of becoming the best version of yourself, and connecting this to yesterday's principle of Ujama. Cooperative economics and divine purpose go hand in hand. The cooperation first starts in alignment with the universal laws that maintain balance. Then, the energy trickles down to earth through your trades. However, Nia is beyond Oya's marketplace. It is all encompassing in all areas of life. Aligning yourself in your divine purpose will first create the energetic space for alliances of like mind. And if you are not yet sure of your divine purpose, then now is a good time to gain a deeper clarity on why you came to Earth. Ashe. And this book is available on the pin site link in the comments. When you scroll down, it's kind of like a link tree. So when you scroll down, you'll see the links to get a hardback, a paperback, and the ebook astrology guide. That's just for 2025. We say Ashe. Also, we have a very special interview coming up on tonight, and that is where prophecy and paint collide. And that is an interview in remembrance of shamanic artist Leroy Roper, the godfather of body art, as told through Tiffany Diamond, his wife, his creative muse, hair and makeup artist, and a creative phenomenon all in her own right. And we have the video version available that showcases just a fraction of 3 decades of genius Basquiat style work that AI has nothing on. So make sure you check that out and make sure you explore all of the links that are available in the video so that you can experience Leroy Roper's esoteric body art experience. Ashe? All right. And I find it interesting he was born on, this is in lieu of his solar return actually, because December 30th is Leroy Roper's solar return, and December 30th was his solar return before it became the Kwanzaa day of Nia. So that's something to look at. Make sure you guys check that out tonight. You don't want to miss it. And with that said, I will make sure that you also tuned in for the Nia Purpose Countdown. So we're going to play a few of my favorite songs that are aligned with purpose immediately after this broadcast. So I'll be right back with your open book tarot read for the Divine Masculine Collective. This is 222.9 The Mothership, and here's what's going on today in the orbit. Using the tools already in your hand is stepping out on faith and practical action. Ogun. The Mars Collection from the Mothership Mystic Boutique. All proceeds go to 222.9, the Mothership Internet Radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. That's not beautiful. Oh, excuse me. All right, so we are back. Whew, let me call you back. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to take a phone call in between it. Anyways, so today's Kemetic Tarot deck is the Oracle. And the question is how do we align with divine purpose? Ibari wa kusu ilauro ibaru nashe. Pull that one out. Now look, I'm supposed to be splitting the deck and they flying out all of them. Okay. Okay. Aligning with divine purpose and got a lot of swords coming out of here. So I'm going to leave those there. Split right here. Well, damn. Okay, masculines. There's a very specific message coming out of the deck today because ain't nothing but swords showing up. So we have the Master of the Swords showing up on the east hand, and on the west hand we got the two ways. Now look at that. You got the man in the middle, a woman on each side, and the heavens pointing the arrow at one of the back of the women's head. So aligning with purpose for the divine masculine is being very careful what woman you choose. Because the woman you choose can make or break you, because when you enter into sexual intercourse, you also enter into spiritual covenant. It's no secret. So when you put your stick in the wrong hole, you go down the wrong portal and out, and the outcome is in the wrong world. And in the Master of the Sword energy, this is where you got to beef up your sense of discernment and divine justice. Because for many of you masculines, your divine energy is actually elevating. And for a lot of women, especially imbalanced women, that's like shaking a bag of cat food in an alley. So be ready for that. And the two cards that jumped out were the Nine of Swords and the Warrior of Swords. So many of you are coming out of a space of betrayal and revelation, but something has happened where your energy has upgraded from the Warrior of the Sword to the Master of the Sword. So be ready to use. And what's this card peeking out at the back? Oh, look at that. The Mistress of the Cup. That was just peeking out of the back. So with that said, there's been some energy that's been cleared away with the Nine of Swords and the Warrior of Swords for this Mistress of the Cup or the Queen of Cups to come into your world and fill it with your divine purpose. Now, interesting, the Ace of Cups showed up last night on the forecast for you fellas, and now the Mistress is showing up holding the cup after coming out of a war zone. So, for many of you fellas, aligning with divine purpose is realizing that life is not all war, but also love too. But with the two ways showing up over here, you're going to have to keep a closer eye on the difference between Ruths and Jezebels, divine feminines and karmics, real ones and counterfeits, angels from bats. Get my drift? All right. There's my general message. Should you need a personal read, give me a call on the Mothership's Mentorship and Guidance Hotline at 314-200-0368. I'm Mayanta J. Muse, and here's what's going on today in the orbit. Flavorful, elite, divine guidance and wisdom, broken down to the practical to bring voyage change into your life for the better. Call 314-200-0368. That's 314-200-0368 for spiritual mentorship and guidance readings by Iyanta J.T. Muse. All proceeds go to 222.9, the Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. All right, and we are back. So, in no official order, not starting the countdown yet, here's just a song to ponder on when it comes to living your divine purpose. Here's Michael Jackson with History. This is 222.9 The Mothership, radio for the cosmos. See you babies tonight on the forecast, and make sure you tune in for the interview where paint and prophecy collide. That speaks a lot about the divine principle of living your purpose. Ashe. You know what makes orbits so fascinating? They move very, very fast, yet appear to be moving very slow. Actually, orbits do both simultaneously. 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio is a 24/7 orbit rotation of old school grooves, planetary funk, and mystic teaching. Here's what's going on today in the Mothership's orbit.